Now, at 3:10 in Sports Special, we go live to Donington for motorcycle racing and a marvellous superbike race with a very, very impressive international field. As a kind of preface to that, we can now look back at the first World 500cc Championship race, which took place in Venezuela last weekend. It turned out to be a very fortunate day for Barry Sheene. Our pictures are from Venezuelan television, and the report on the San Carlos race is by Andrew Marriott.
Seconds to go before the start, and Barry Sheene had taken pole position, but local attention was firmly focused on the Caracas kid, Johnny Cecotto, on Yamaha number 4. But at the push start, Johnny's bike is slow to start, and it was the tough Italian Virginio Ferrari on Suzuki number 12 who shot into the lead, followed by Will Hartog of Holland. And Mick Grant was last away and soon retired. So Ferrari took the early lead, but perhaps over-braked into the hairpin, came out slow, then popped a wheelie, but Will Hartog was right up his exhaust pipes. Sheene was playing a little cool, wanting to pace himself in the temperatures which were into the hundreds. And Britain's Steve Parish was also well up, as was Tom Herron of Ulster. But Hartog, the 6-foot Dutchman, the white leathers, was soon pressing Virginio Ferrari. Before the end of the first lap, he was closing on him, made a passing manoeuvre, and flashes through cleanly to take the lead. Riding with bike number 1 as the world champion, Kenny Roberts, wasn't at the circuit. The 1 looks a bit like number 7, which of course is Barry Sheene's number, but bike number 1, Will Hartog, taking the number that would normally be used by Kenny Roberts out of this race because he injured himself during a test session in Japan. And after 7 laps of the 30, it was Hartog still leading, but Barry Sheene in second place was starting to close up at a second a lap and really putting the pressure onto Will Hartog. Sheene playing the race very much as he anticipated. Here is Will Hartog, ducked down under the bubble. And this was lap number 12. It was to be a vital one for Hartog. Was he going too quickly? Was he setting the pace too fast? Just watch this corner. Turns on the power, the back end steps out, and he's off and over. The bike loops the loop. Barry Sheene goes past and takes the lead. And let's look at it again in slow motion. Comes into the corner. The power goes on too early. He tumbles with the bike, but fortunately Will Hartog, there in the white leathers, was not injured. And that really took the pressure off Barry Sheene. Now the opposition was falling behind. A second place battle between Tom Herron and Virginio Ferrari. Meanwhile, the Venezuelan Johnny Cecotto was down in 5th place and having an unhappy time. Johnny Cecotto on the sole worked Yamaha in the race. Expected to give Barry quite a battle. Old friends and rivals. Has a bit of a twitch, the back end slides out, he catches it, but Johnny Cecotto looked down, put his hand up, and later he said he thought there was oil coming out of the gearbox onto the back tyre, but the Venezuelan crowd were disappointed. They booed him, and in fact a lot of them left at that point and weren't able to see the rest of the race. So Barry Sheene was leading. Second, Tom Herron. Third, bike number 12, that's Virginio Ferrari. In 4th place, the promising Italian Franco Uncini, and in 5th place, Michel Rougerie, the Frenchman. There is Rougerie, tough little Frenchman, been racing for almost 10 years. But Barry Sheene was setting the pace very definitely. Just watching his pit board, pulling out a couple of seconds if the battle for second place closed on him. There is number 12, Virginio Ferrari, who passed a tiring Tom Herron to take second place as the race entered its second half. And there is Tom Herron, now content to be in 3rd place. He said afterwards that the second half of the race was just a haze for him. And there you see, with just 1 lap remaining, Barry Sheene, number 7 in the lead. Second, Virginio Ferrari. Third, 18, Tom Herron. Then Franco Uncini, and then Michel Rougerie. Sheene going for his 3rd consecutive win in this race, at its 3rd running. It's won every time they've held a 500 race here. The arid San Carlos track in central Venezuela. believe it or not, in the infield there were snakes, and they burnt off all the grass in the infield to get rid of the snakes. That wasn't a very happy moment for photographers when they saw some snakes lurking in the grass there, but certainly no snake in the grass. Barry Sheene on his last lap in a confident and very fit mood. Barry Sheene worked all through the winter to get to be supremely fit for this race. Temperatures in the 120s perhaps out there. Barry Sheene comes down the start-finish line to see the checkered flag. The checkered flag waits. And Barry Sheene starts the 1979 Grand Prix season with a win, as he did in 1978. And on the slowing down lap, Barry Sheene, a very, very happy man. Shows he can ride no-handed, takes off his crash helmet. A multi-talented person, Barry Sheene, can ride no-handed. One of his other attributes is he speaks many languages, including Spanish, and that went down very well in the Venezuelan Grand Prix. And soon he came back to the interviews at the end, talking to Venezuelan television in the native language of the country. Barry Sheene.
Yo solo quiero decir que yo muy contento, yo pienso que Venezuela es un país muy bueno. Yo que tienes muchas gracias a Andrés Hipólito, porque sin él no es posible que yo venir aquí.
And Hipólito, the clerk of the course, and Barry Sheene getting onto the victory rostrum, already peeled his leathers down, very happy indeed. He took the victory garland, the Venezuelan trophy, Virginio Ferrari alongside him, but not there on the victory rostrum, you'll notice. Tom Herron, totally exhausted after the race, just collapsed in his pit, couldn't even walk to the victory celebrations, but afterwards he soon recovered and was very happy. So a brilliant start to the season for Barry Sheene. Can he win his 1978 World Championship back? Can he get that World Championship back for Britain?
Barry winning that enormous trophy at an average speed of 96.53 miles an hour. Second was Ferrari, also on a Suzuki, and a very creditable third place for Tom Herron, himself a Suzuki rider. And that gave the 76 and 77 world champion Sheene a good start in his attempt to win back his title.